Also joining us now from Capitol Hill to discuss all of this further, Republican Congressman Marlin Stutzman of Indiana. Congressman, welcome. I want to
Thank you, Anna. Great to be with you this afternoon.
Great to have you, sir. Let's start with the new tariff. It's supposed to benefit American auto companies like GM and Ford. According to Ward's Automotive and Barclays, more than 50% of their vehicles are assembled in the U.S. I'm looking at their stock numbers. They've all gone down. GM taking the brunt. They're down 6%. Ford's down 4%. So what's happening here?
Well, I think it's just the uncertainty of how the other countries are going to respond and react to the Trump tariffs. But I would say that, folks in Indiana trust President Trump to help get this economy back on track and help fix a lot of the problems that we all know that have to be addressed. And this is just one of them. We knew it's going to be a little rocky, but I think that in the long run, there's going to be deregulation coming from the Trump administration out of the bureaucracies in Washington. There's going to be tax policy that's going to be beneficial. And of course, there's going to be energy policy that's going to be very positive for the United States. So there will be some offsets, but it's from day to day. There's some uncertainty, but my hope is that these other countries will realize that they need us as a partner, but we're also going to look out for the American people, and the America First agenda that President Trump has laid out is really important for us.
Yeah, I want to ask you about those countries in just a moment. I do want to bring up that graphic again of just how many cars are built here in the U.S. There it is. 100% of Tesla vehicles are assembled in the United States. But Elon Musk tweeted this late last night. He said this: Tesla is not unscathed here. The tariff impact on Tesla is still significant. So, Congressman, what's the purpose if American brands aren't fully benefiting?
Well, the other part I would just mention, too, is that the economy is still not that strong in some cases. Coming from some retail spaces with our family businesses, it's not the strongest that we would like it to be right now. And over the last 4 years, inflation has driven up the cost of living for American families. Credit card debt is at all-time highs. Interest rates are high. So I think that that's also going to have an impact when you throw the tariff discussion in on top of it. But I think that President Trump is going to be sure. He's looking at this from a macro level. The investment that's already being made into the United States by auto manufacturers. Honda has announced that they're going to be increasing production in Indiana. Hyundai has announced an investment. So these investments are coming. It's just going to take some time. And I would just say that these other countries really should be careful on how they respond to President Trump's tariff discussion and really start partnering with us rather than being adversarial.
Let's talk about those countries. As you know, they are not happy. We're placing tariffs on our allies. We're talking Canada, Mexico, Europe. That's just to name a few. They made up 79% of our imports just last year in 2024. Are we damaging our international relationships here?
I wouldn't say that we're damaging them. I'd say that we're trying to strengthen them for us, because we've been taken advantage of for a long time. And I would just, encourage all of those countries to say, hey, you know what? Let's realize that the American people are very generous. We are we're focused on work and productivity. We're the largest economy in the world by far, and that they would really want to. We know that. We as we see these leaders come over and visit with President Trump, we see how their focus is to be sure that the American relationships are strong. When the Prime Minister from Great Britain was here, or from Ireland was here, we're seeing that. The French Prime Minister or President was here. We see that the European countries want to have a strong relationship with America, and we need to. We can be good for each other. So I just think that they need to realize that the American people have given up. We've given up a lot. And especially in the car industry, you look at what happened after World War II and the tariffs that were installed on cars going outside of the United States. We can't ship cars out like they can ship cars in. And so that discussion has been needed actually for a long time. And I think this Trump reset is critical for the strength of the American economy.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.